There's a period of time in the life of many women that we all know really well. But unlike youth or midlife, it doesn't really have a name. It's the period where you're managing everything. The kids, the home, the relationship, probably a career somewhere in there too. And you're not just managing it and getting by. You're really good at it. You're the one who sees what's coming before it arrives. You're the one who keeps all the pieces moving. You manage all the birthdays and anniversaries, as well as the daily meal planning, doctor appointments, and school functions. And somewhere along the way, that just became who you are, the one who gets shit done. And as that woman, you were or are exactly who you needed to be. You're the mom, the caregiver, the household manager. Everything you held together mattered to you, and it still matters. You do these things because you love the people in your life and you want the best for them. But there comes a point where something starts to shift. It sneaks up on you. It's like one day you look up and realize it's winter and you're still dressed for summer. And the question that starts swirling around in your mind is, am I still this person? Am I in the right place? I'm Suzanne Arjona, and this is Life on Your Terms, where human design meets bold truth and permission to be real. You've played the role, you did what was expected, and now it's time to show up as you. So let's talk about that question. For a lot of us, that role of being the one who handles everything got built gradually. We didn't really choose it. It just kind of happened. One responsibility at a time, one crisis handled, one person who needed something, and you were the only one who showed up. And that role was reinforced over and over. You were reliable, so more got handed to you. You were capable, so people leaned on you. And after enough years of that, being the one who carried the load stopped being something you did and became who you were. Now, I know this experience well. In my human design chart, I have the 4521 channel defined, which is essentially wired for exactly this kind of energy. It's tribal resource management. The part of me that's genuinely built to manage things, to see the whole picture, to hold the space for the people around me. And for a long time, that energy had a clear direction. I was raising kids, managing a home, building a business, volunteering in the community, being needed in 100 different ways every single day. What I learned about that 4521 channel and about this pattern of caregiving, part of it comes from inner strength, where I was leading because I could see the needs clearly and act on them efficiently. And the people around me benefited from that. The other side of it is fear. Fear that if I loosened my hold even a little bit, something important would slip through the cracks. Fear that if I stopped being the one who manages everything, I'd somehow lose my place. I wouldn't be needed anymore. And fear that everything only stays together because I'm the one holding it together. The results of both the strength and the fear look identical from the outside, but they feel completely different from the inside. Now, you don't need to have the full 4521 channel to experience this. Remember, we all have all of the chart. We just experience it differently. Gate 21 in your will center is about control and self-regulation. Do you need to control everything, or can you let it go? Gate 45 in your throat center is about the management of resources. Do you believe in yourself as a leader or someone who can help others? Or do you hold back, keeping it all to yourself, either out of lack of faith in your abilities or that you're not really in control but need to appear that way? The midlife shift And I talk about this a lot because I think it's one of the most significant and under-acknowledged transitions women go through. Is often the first time you have enough distance from that period of full responsibility to actually see it clearly. The kids are older or grown. The constant urgent need for you to be the one holding everything together has started to quiet down. And in that quiet space, two things happen. One is relief, genuine relief that a weight has been lifted. You can finally relax. The other is the question of, who the hell am I now? Because so much of your identity got built inside that role, being needed was the structure your days were organized around. Being capable was how you understood yourself. And when that starts to fall away, it doesn't feel like freedom right away. Sometimes it just feels like loss and confusion. Here's what I wish someone had said to me before I hit that stage. The woman you were, the one who managed everything, who kept it all moving, who showed up for everyone around her, she was doing what was needed and required. And although you were very good at it, that season has an endpoint. And when it ends, you don't have to keep doing it just because it became your identity. You're allowed to let it complete. You're allowed to step into whatever comes next without dragging all that forward with you. The 45-21 energy, when it's not being driven by fear or obligation, is actually really beautiful. It's the person who leads because she genuinely cares about the people around her. She manages resources, including her own energy, with real intention. She holds a vision and trusts the people around her to meet it. That's available to you. That version of this energy is completely yours. It just looks a little different than managing everything alone. Now, if you're somewhere in that in-between right now, not in crisis, not ready to blow anything up, just aware that something is shifting, I want you to know that awareness is where it begins. You don't have to figure out your whole next chapter today. You just have to be willing to acknowledge that the chapter you've been living might be coming to a close. Now you can see how this shows up in your design, your chart, your energy, where this pattern lives, and what it's actually asking of you right now. That's what we look at in a human design reading. The link is in the show notes whenever you're ready. But for now, just remember, who you were was exactly who you needed to be. You just don't need to be her forever.